Number 5 is consistency. Arguments should be in line with each other, not contradicting. So in line here refers to they are in line. Okay, this one, they are in line, means to say that they are not contradicting, they are not clashing. They are in line here, it goes along the same line. There are two forms of consistency: logical consistency and practical consistency. Let's look one at a time. Logical consistency refers to that saying or believing consistent matters or thing. What do we mean by this? Let's look at the example here. See, this is considered as not being consistent. I believe in only one God. And then you see the second one, and I also agree with the idea that people may worship many gods. Now you see here, the first idea and the second idea is not logically consistent because they are not in line with each other. In fact, they are contradicting with each other, because how can you say that you believe in one God at the same time you think that people can worship many gods? So this is very much contradicting with each other. So if you apply logical consistency, it will become I believe in only one God and I disagree with people worshipping many gods. So now these two ideas are in line. The second one is practical consistency. Practical consistency refers to what you do is consistent with what you say. So meaning to say, the previous one, just now logical consistency, you are comparing between two ideas. This time, practical consistency, you are comparing what you do and what you say, idea and behavior. Look at the example here. Minus practical consistency, a person says, smoking is a bad habit. I smoke, so I know. Notice that this is in a present tense. Okay, I smoke, meaning to say that that person is still smoking, yet that person is arguing that smoking is bad. That shows that his speech and what he's doing is actually inconsistent. It's like a hypocrite. Okay, now if you apply this, so your argument will be more convincing if you actually also do it. Let's look at this here. When you apply practical consistency, it will become smoking is a bad habit. I was a smoker, so I know. Notice that this word here is in past tense. That means to say that he smoked before and now he has stopped. So his idea of smoking is bad is applied by himself. So his behavior is consistent with his speech. This will become a more convincing argument because that person actually apply what they say. Now the next one is logical correctness. Argument should be reasoned correctly. Conclusion is formed logically from the premises. You form your conclusion logically followed by the premise. Let's look at an example here. What do I mean by this? Okay, so you can relate that with the brain. Minus logical correctness. All cars have at least a wheel. Saga is a car. I don't think it has a wheel. Look at the premise here. So this is the first premise. All cars have at least one wheel. The second premise, Saga is a car. And then the conclusion, I don't think that it has a wheel. Now you see here, how do you form this conclusion? How does this person form this conclusion? It's not following the premises that is stated before. So if you can see here, the logical one would be that all cars have at least one wheel. Saga is a car. A logical conclusion based on this premise is, so Saga has at least one wheel. So this refers to that your conclusion follows logically from the premise. So when you have this, that means your argument has logical correctness. Now the next one is completeness. Argument should consider many aspects of an issue, like a puzzle, completing each other to form a bigger picture of something. So each of this puzzle represent the aspect that you are talking about. Look at the example here. Minus completeness. To upgrade the house, you only need to change the door. The issue here is about upgrading the house, and you only consider one piece of puzzle or one aspect, which is to change the door. This is not complete thinking. You only consider one aspect, which is not the case in to fully upgrade the house. When you apply completeness, it will become like this. To upgrade the house, you want to consider changing the door, the windows, roof, interior spacing, and the wiring system, for example. So you see here, the one that is apply completeness is there are more aspects to think about as compared to just thinking one aspect. So when you consider a lot of factors, that means that you are actually having completeness in your argument. Now the last one is fairness. Fairness comes from the word fair, means arguments should not be biased. Now this is, you can relate to with a gavel, okay, or the hammer that is used by the judge. So the judge have to be fair and cannot be biased. So when you argue, look at the example here. This is an example of an argument that is biased. You see here, this person said, we should hire him. This is the conclusion. Okay, and let's look at his reason. Okay, he said that we should hire him because he is my brother. Now you see that this reason is actually biased. This person is biased towards his brother, and this is not a fair argument. Apply fairness, this will become, we should hire him because he has the ability to do what the company needs as a manager. So you see, the reason here is more fair because you are not being biased towards that applicant just because he is a brother. So now let's look, when you argue, so you want to actually check whether your argument contains these standards or not, whether it is understandable by making it clear, having clear language and clear thought. Number 2 is that whether your argument contains enough detail or not. Number 3 is that whether your argument is based on a reliable and timely source or not. Number 4 is that whether your argument, the reason is related with your point or not. The 5th is that whether your ideas or your reason are consistent with each other or not, to make sure that they are not contradicting with each other. The next one is that when you form a conclusion, does it logically come from the premises? And then you want to make sure that when you argue for something, have you considered as many aspects as possible? And the last one is that are you being biased unjustly towards a certain idea and not to consider the other side here. So these are the things that you want to consider when you give an argument or when you argue. So it will increase the quality of your argument. Okay, so when you have all of this, you can say that, yes, I am a critical thinker. Yeah, you see, they're very confident. Now please complete the task. Task number 1. Please complete exercise 1.2. Write the standards with the purpose. Which standard that make sure that arguments are in line with each other. The one is, for example, for the first one, and then continue for the rest one. That's how you answer that. And task number 2 is that exercise 1.3. Detect the standards that is lacking in the text and bring the answers to class, and inshallah we are going to discuss that. So that's it. Thank you very much. These are all the credits. I hope that this video is beneficial to you. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.